I'm going to show you how I saved thousands of dollars on cabinetry and storage solutions for my pantry using items I already had. Hi, I'm Lisa, and this is Southern Yankee Designs, a home improvement channel that explores DIY projects, paint tutorials, and savvy decorating tips for your home. And if you're always looking for fresh, new, and inspiring decorating ideas, then click that subscribe button and click that bell to be notified every time there's a new video, and they'll all relate to you and your home. This is what I had to start with. 2 cabinets, a mess, and no budget. That all changed when I saw what my friend Kimberly was doing in her kitchen. You have got to check out her inspiring story of what her house was and what it has become. I will post her link in the description box below. Now that my wheels are turning, I took out my measuring tape and I headed to my storage building to see what I could find. I ended up having just the right pieces that would fit perfectly to give me the storage space I was looking for. I found an old hutch, a shelving unit, and an old cedar wardrobe. I must have moved things around at least 5 times until the puzzle pieces fit. After everything was in place, I came up with a plan to attach everything together and fill in the gaps with shelving and trim. I removed the top decorative pieces from the wardrobe and the hutch. Thank goodness they came off easily with just a couple of screws. This is going to give a better aesthetic flow. My plan is to utilize as much of this space as I can for storage. Now that everything's in place, it's time to cut the custom shelves to fit the gaps and tie everything together. I definitely couldn't have done this project by myself, so thank God I had my son to help me. I used quarter round trim to support my shelving pieces. I also used scrap pieces of plywood I had in my shop. I did have to purchase 1 sheet of plywood to complete this project. Now I'm starting to see everything come together. The trim is almost finished. I still have a few things left to do before the next step, like sanding and cleaning and painting. I took one of the existing cream colored doors to Sherwin-Williams and had them match the paint color for me. I'm going to paint everything one color. This ties everything together, giving a more unified, custom look, making everything look like one piece. And this is what it looks like after painting. I am so happy with how all of this is starting to look, and it's not even done yet. I love thinking outside the box and coming up with unique, different ways of using things I already have. This right here is repurposing at its finest, folks. I really wanted to do some fun and unique things in my pantry. I had this large fork and spoon set that I used in my old kitchen and decided to use them as pulls for these large doors. I removed the old hardware, filled the holes with wood putty, and attached the fork and spoon with wood screws to the front of the doors. I am in love with how this looks. This is unique and functional. How cool is this? Did I mention I'm in love with this? Now for the walls, I thought about using a cool wallpaper, but then I thought, nah, I'm going to glue old silverware on the wall instead. Hey, bet you haven't seen that before. I took a trip to the Dollar Tree and found these silver plasticware sets. I want them to look like old tarnished silver, so I'm going to paint them. I put all of the pieces in one box together. I will be using 3 colors. The first color is Antique Brass Metallic by Rust-Oleum. I'm also using Flat Burnished Amber, also by Rust-Oleum. And the third color is Metallic Gold Leaf by Krylon. I am spraying each color separately, shaking everything up in between colors until I get the look of tarnished silver. I will list all of the products I used in this video in the description box below. After the paint dries, I'm going to use a glue gun and attach the pieces randomly on my wall. All done! My goodness, this is beautiful. This makes my heart sing. Look at how awesome this looks. I just can't get over it. It looks like real tarnished silverware. My pantry makes me so happy. I am in love with how it turned out. It's unique, it's custom. I have utilized every bit of this room for storage. It's just perfect for me and my family. There's only one thing left to do, and that's put the hardware on. Voila! Here you have the coolest little pantry ever! So this is actually my husband's grandmother's old hutch, and it has been in our storage building collecting dust, and we brought it back to life. And look at how cool this storage solution is. There's shelving, there's cabinetry, and it's perfect. And every time we come in here, I think of her. So this corner piece right here was left over from my kitchen set. I didn't want to waste it and again put it in my storage building collecting dust, so I utilized it here. This is just an old shelving unit that we had that was up in my husband's office. Again, I just basically pieced everything together like a puzzle and filled in the gaps with shelving and trim. This piece right here I love. I did not paint the inside, and the inside is not done yet, so don't judge. But this was, again, my husband's grandmother's old cedar chest or cedar wardrobe. So the inside is cedar, and I'm gonna put a shelf in there, but that's where right now we put all of our paper towel and sundries and stuff like that. This was another leftover piece from my kitchen set, and I was like, I'm not gonna put this in my storage building, I'm gonna put it to use. So we put it up there, and that's where we put our medicine and stuff like that. And then this was all stuff that I got years ago from Hobby Lobby that was in my old kitchen. These pieces right here I've had for years. Excuse the mess. And they fit perfect right here. Just extra storage. Again, I had another piece, another cabinet right here that was just gonna go to waste. This is actually the back of my air return. So it was like a big silver box that was just protruding out into my pantry. So we just made a box with some scrap pieces of plywood, and I covered it and painted it the same color as the cabinets. These I had left over. I got gosh, a couple years ago from Hobby Lobby, and I just put those on there and hung some aprons and towels. All of this stuff was in my old kitchen. And I love how it's just vintage. I love the vintage pieces. And then the silverware, I showed you that. I loved how cool that looked, and I actually went to the jockey lot to see if I could find some silverware pieces, and I did find a box of silverware, but it was way too much money. It was like 60 bucks, and I was like, I don't think so. I'm going to the Dollar Tree. So I got all of these plastic silverware sets from the Dollar Tree that were silver in the party section, and I sprayed them, as you saw earlier in my video, like old tarnished silver. So that is my beautiful pantry. I'm in love with it. I just want to stay in here. Oh, I would love to hear your comments. Please list them below, and thank you so much for watching. I hope this inspires you to reinvent pieces and use them differently in your home. Please let me know if you have any great decorating tips and tricks. I would love to hear them. Please give me a big thumbs up and share with your DIY friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.